Yes, the millennials. The years between 1981 to 1996, the party is definitely over for all of us. And just getting older just shocks me and terrifies me. It's something that I've been thinking about lately. We aren't the cool hip kids anymore. We don't have the spotlight. We're kind of exiting our prime years of really being able to do something with ourselves because we have the abundant energy and the strength and just the vitality. It seems that in a way it's over, and it's pretty much the next generation's turn of younger people to have that ambition and to lead the way. I understand that the whole prime thing can be debatable to some people. Oh, well, your prime doesn't end at 30. Sometimes it'll end at like 32 or 35 or even at age 25, which I'm not going to get into a huge argument about that. Anyways, I want to talk about why just getting older terrifies me and shocks me and really changes my perspective on things. And there's this whole notion of it gets easier when it gets older. That's what the older generation says. To me personally, I don't know if it will. Think about the job opportunities. Think about attractiveness. Thinking about how people may not be so receptive of you. Another negative aspect of getting older is health issues and younger people just getting the spotlight, getting more understanding and compassion when it comes to like situations that they're in. For some older people, sure, they'll get like some leeway, they'll get some comfort, but not as much as the younger generation will. Older you get, you just get flack. Even if things happen to you in life that are outside of your control, people will still find a way to badger you, hold things over your head, degrade you because you're not meeting a certain milestone. I'm just speaking for myself on this. I felt as if when I was 20, I started to think back when I was in my early 20s that I've had this ambition, I've had this drive, I still had this a little bit naivety, if I pronounce that word correctly, about how things worked. How I thought things would work out. How I thought, oh man, I still have time to figure my life out. I have figured my life out. I do, in a way, have my shit together. You know, I live on my own. I've held down a job for 5 years. I lived on my own for 4 years. I moved out when I was 28 years old. Oh, bro, when I was 18, I moved out. Or when I was in my early 20s, I moved out. Great, cool, awesome, good for you. And that's a good example. That could be a good example to my counter argument that, you know, it doesn't matter even if you're still in a way in your 20s, you'll still get flack for not meeting a milestone. But now once I'm 30, I just feel that I don't really have that drive anymore. I think I've seen through some of the BS that's been, you know, shown to me. An example, oh, if you just go to college and you go into a certain field and you get a degree, then you'll be able to get a good job. You know, an example, I'm using myself an example. I went for computer support. Have I found a job in computer support? No, even though I got the degree. I applied for computer support at the place that I work at now, and I got declined, and I'm working as a packer at a warehouse. And each time I look at job descriptions, even at my place of work, they say we want X amount of years of experience for this job. Okay, well, I don't have the experience because you won't give me the chance. And I've been hearing and I've been agreeing with this statement. Shouldn't me going to school for this particular field be the experience? And you hear people that have graduated and go for these fields. Not just computer support, but very good fields, very promising fields, that they have to do a year or two of internship unpaid. What is that? What really is that? So I spent all this time, all this money, all this energy pursuing this, and I thought, okay, after I graduate, I'll be able to go into this field. I'll be able to finally start making money. But then there's this roadblock ahead of you. So then what? Do I have to still live with my parents for 2 years and still work the same crappy job for 2 years? I think that really does puzzle people. So I decided, you know what? I kind of give up on it, plus the rise of AI too. And I know people are getting tired of hearing about AI, people expressing their concerns about it, but it's a legit concern. What if an AI takes the computer support jobs? And that would be funny too. A computer fixing a computer, like a computer program designed by a human being, being able to fix your computer and build your gaming PC, for example, or replacing a component in your computer. That's crazy. That's really crazy to think about it, if you really think about it that way. Back to me, right? Back to my current predicament. I just don't feel certain about my future. Even though I did do the right thing, and I'll tell people this, and they'll be like, oh, well, at least you went for something. You shown your employer that you went for something. But I don't want to work my current job. I don't know what to do. I feel like the doors for opportunity, for me personally, have just closed. I feel like it's just too late, and I feel that this is my life. I feel like this current life will be the rest of my life. I work a job that I don't like. I live in an apartment for the rest of my life, paying rent. I don't have a significant other. Oh, woe is you. Which, I don't want people to have that thought. I don't want people to really feel bad for me. I don't need that. I'm just letting you guys know how it is. So that's just my dilemma. I'm getting older. I don't have that drive. I feel as if I don't have that energy. And it could be part because I'm working this rigorous fucking job where you're worked to the... I feel like I'm just worked to the bone. You're putting all this time in, and then I have such scarce time outside of my job. And the thing about getting older too, it's not only you getting older, but it's just watching people older than you just get even older now. And they're even in a bigger decline. Like, they may not walk very well. They may start to lose their memory. They may not be able to think about using the restroom. And they become a husk of what they used to be. That's just sad, bro. I couldn't even imagine just watching the person that used to take care of you, or just used to have this thing to keep them going, or to instill life lessons into you, just all of a sudden become empty. Their identity is lost. You know, I'm trying to make the best of what I have. I'm still young in a way. People can still say to me, oh man, you're 32? That's still young. You still have a lot of time until you're 40, which, that's another point. I'm 8 years away from being 40 years old. That of in itself is just crazy. Oh, you still have a lot of time. Don't worry about it. Just take it day by day. It doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like I have a lot of time. Doesn't seem like it. If you look at 2020, look at the year that we're in now, 2026. This decade is almost over. I just don't want to be 40 or 50 years old and say to myself, oh my God, I worked a job that I hated for, let's say, I'm just going to throw this number out, 20 to 30 years. Oh my God, I worked a warehouse job that I hated for 20 to 30 years. Even though I don't really have an interest, I don't have that defining interest. Even though I said I went for computer support. And even then, I still wasn't all that interested. I mainly went for that position. I studied that field because I thought, okay, you know what? I may not be totally interested in it. However, I'd still be making good money. And one of my parents would get off my back because you know how parents are when they say, oh man, you gotta figure your shit out. You gotta get the ball rolling. And that was instilled to me hard before I transferred schools. And that's what I decided to do. And look at where I'm at now. And even prior to that shit, it took me 4 years at a 2-year university to get my associate's degree. A general associate's degree because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And one of my parents said, oh, well, you'll figure it out. And I feel like it didn't really get me anywhere. All it did was show my current employer that I've done something. I've shown my current employer that, oh man, he went into a very in-demand field, which is computer support. But we're not going to give him a chance. We're not going to give him this job. Instead, we're going to have him do this. And that's just my fear. My fear is I just say, you know what, screw it. It's a job. It pays the bills. It pays the rent. I can still have my copes, as the Black Pillars would say. Oh man, Afflicted Venom is taking the age pill. He's having an age pill moment. And if you think I am being black pilled and all that shit, and I guess nihilistic, then so be it. But I'm just expressing how I feel. Because I'm not getting any younger anymore. I just feel that my mind has changed. I feel that, in a way, things have closed for me. I feel like the doors of opportunity have closed. But who knows? Maybe it is all in my head, right? You do hear people that are older have become successful, but it doesn't seem that it can happen nowadays. Job opportunities, employers, they don't really like hiring older people because older people want more pay, and employers may think, oh man, what if this person needs more breaks? They're not as strong as a younger counterpart. So, yeah, if this video seemed rambly, because it is, I don't want to be totally scripted and just read off of a script. Just let me know what you guys think about aging and just getting older. So, yeah, anyways, that's been it. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. I've just been busy, exhausted, just not feeling motivated. And to be honest, being a smaller YouTube channel too, and not getting a lot of views, not having a lot of subscribers, oh man, Afflicted Venom's having he's pretty much having a pity party. If you think I'm having a pity party over that, fine. I don't want to be one of those people. But if I am a smaller channel, I shouldn't stress myself to make a video at least every single weekend. I feel that, okay, you know what? If I don't have a big channel, I shouldn't put a lot of pressure on myself. Because a lot of pressure means a lot of stress, which means not so good things for someone that's getting older. So anyways, guys, see you later. Like, subscribe, favorite, and I'm